Hey guys, 𝗔𝘀𝗵 here, trying to keep it on the down low because my daughter's asleep, but update from last week. So I told you guys that what my goals were, and as far as how well I did those, this paper shows the truth. So these were my weekly goals from the 7th to the 13th. I'm like going on the wrong side of the freaking page here. So my first goal was to go to bed by 11:30 p.m. and be up by 9 a.m. 2 out of the 7 days, I did not do that. Second goal was to journal my food intake on my phone or in my journal. 2 out of the 7 days, I did do that. I guess 2 out of 7 days I did do this too. This one. But the one I'm most proud of was to work out at least 30 minutes or walk for 30 minutes. So on these 3 days, I actually did the Wii. And this one, I walked the mall for a half hour. And actually walked the mall. I would say it was a light activity because I wasn't sweating, but I felt like I worked out. So I didn't do as well as I could have, but in all reality, the fact that I'm really proud of this. I did 4 out of 7 days. So I'm going to fold this up, put it in my scrapbook. Yeah. So this week, doing stuff a little bit differently here. I went out and got this little notebook that's perfect for my purse. And it's not too flowery, not too girly. It's just simple. It was $1.35 or something. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do counting points with Weight Watchers Point Plus. But I don't have the money to do meetings and stuff, so this will be my weigh-in and meeting. So going off of last week I started out at 257, I think. 257 point something. And there's 254.6. So that means that I did lose some weight last week, which even though despite the fact that I did not eat very well, I still lost. I did work out. I'm happy about that. When I weighed myself this morning, I was very proud of myself for that, for actually, getting somewhere. It made me really motivated today. So, on the front part of this notebook, so that I can give you kind of an idea, I've got the good health guidelines from Weight Watchers, which is eat 5 servings of veggies and fruit daily. There has to be vegetables in there. Choose whole grains whenever possible, which I don't eat white bread. I just eat wheat bread. I do have white pasta, though. It's probably not a good thing. Include 2 servings of low-fat dairy. No, we drink whole milk in my house. I do not like 2%. I do not like 1%. I sure as shit do not like skim milk. So, basically, I will always have whole milk, no matter what. And that's that. I just have to be a little bit smarter with it, because it takes up a lot of points. So, it's just, more of just not, do it massively. So, if I'm going to have milk, usually really the only time I have milk is cereal and milk with a meal, like peanut butter and jelly or something. Which, the good thing is, what we did in my house is we went through all of our dishes and we got rid of a bunch of stuff. Like a bunch of random cutlery, random cups, random bowls, and we have a new set. And what I did was we have a restaurant supply store here that public can shop at. And I got these plastic cups that are probably about that tall. And then the regular cups are if this is the bottom, are probably about that much taller than that. This is, the ratio kind of, is skewed on the video, but I use the smaller cups so that I'm not having, unless I'm having an alcoholic drink or something, but I use the smaller cups if I'm doing like milk or something. Something that's going to be high calorie if I do a lot of it. So, yeah. Where was I? Have at least 2 tablespoons of good oils, which would be olive, canola, sunflower, or flaxseed, which the only one that I really ever use is olive oil. And canola oil is good to have too. That's just like veggie oil, but much better for those who don't know. Ensure you're getting at least 1 to 2 servings of lean meat, skinless poultry, fish, beans, soy products, and lentils. Limit sugar and alcohol. Drink at least 6 8-ounce glasses of water daily and take in multivitamin. And the amount of water is relative to how big you are, definitely. And how you feel. If you're thirsty, drink water. If you're tired, drink water. If you want more water than that, if you just want to have a drink to drink water. Simple as that. Drink till you feel like you're hydrated. If you have a headache, if you are tired or sluggish or really thirsty, you're dehydrated. Simple as that. So that tells you how much water you should have. This one at the bottom is how you calculate your activity points. So if I can get this focused right. In case you can't see that, if you have light activity, which is the top one right here, that is like, I'm not sweating, but I'm just kind of like, meh, whatever. I feel like I worked out, but not really. Moderate is where you're sweating within about 10-15 minutes. Heavy is where you're sweating within like 5 minutes when you're just like, yeah. So you times how much you weigh, times the amount of time you did it, and times these numbers, depending on what you did. So if I'm 254 and I did a 15-minute workout on the Wii and it was moderate because I wasn't dying, but I was definitely sweating, I would times 254 times 15 times 0.000327, which would be 2. So then what I do, I've got my weekly goals. So this week, my goal is obviously to, as I poke myself in the eye, control my food intake, stay in my points range. I get 39 points daily and 49 points weekly. So if I go to 40 points, I have 48 points left in the week. Obviously, the goal is to not use any of those and not go into the activity points, because you can use activity points for extra food as well. Obviously, not the intention. The point is to burn more than you eat. So, and earn 2 activity points at least a day. And then my little confession list from last week, which was basically my spiel of, I'm happy I did 4 out of the 7 days of workout, and yeah. This is an example page, but I'm not going to go through it because the point value is very... I found somebody who had 29 points limit, and yeah, wasn't very good example. So I will give you the example of today. So today is the 14th. I weigh 254.6. It's week 2, day 1. Activity, I did 15 minutes on the Wii. I earned 2 points. I walked around Target and Smith's for 15 minutes. Probably total, because I did do a lot of like stop, look, and yeah. And I earned 1 activity point, so I earned a total of 3 today. And I have had at least 1 out. I've had 2 so far today. I'm almost done with my 3rd one. I need to take my vitamins, so I would normally put a checkpoint right there. And what I had for breakfast is I had raisin bran, whole milk, sugar, coffee, creamer, and orange. And then there's my points. This is what I have left. So right now I am at 15 points. If I can, yeah, 15 points. And I'm actually feeling pretty good. I mean, the more I think about food, I get hungry, but in that concept, I feel good. So that's another thing. If you feel hungry and you know that you just ate, much better. But 15 points is good. That means that I have about 11 points left for dinner, or, whatever I calculate, and then I have that remainder for snack. What I've been doing, because one of my biggest things is when I have a limit, I find that I don't eat what I'm supposed to eat, that I eat even less than what it would be to lose weight. So, what I've been doing is breakfast is 11 points, lunch is 11 points, dinner is 11 points, so that would be 33, and then if I have 39, that means I have 6 points left, so I have 4 each snack, which is a lot. That's 4 small oranges, those little cutie ones, the little tiny mandarin ones that aren't canned, they're just regular peel. So far so good. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, because I'm probably going to run out of space, is do, my snack and my dinner, and then on the next page, I'm going to do like a confession of that day. So I probably won't use up this entire page, because that's a lot of lines, but mostly it's more of the fact that, just say, okay, so today was a really good day, and I stuck to everything, I journaled everything, I did my workout, I felt really good. So that way when I go in to the next page and I start putting my stuff, I see, a note, basically a note to myself saying, you did a great job today, keep it up, to keep reminding myself.